Hi guys, and welcome back to our DCUO Let's Play for PS3. I am Ninja Misty, and with me is...
Ninja Andrew.
And we are in the Magic Wing because, and we're really super excited, we're going to do our first raid. And you want to tell everybody what that's going to be, Ninja Andrew?
Well, if we look over here, we see the teleporter to Kahndaq because Kahndaq is an awesome raid to start out your raiding experience with. So it's something that we like to work towards every time as well. You're going to get through this one, learn some mechanics fairly easily, and be ready to move through some of the upcoming raids that we'll be going through next.
So absolutely. So Ninja Andrew and I will be back when we enter the raid because now we need to find a little group to get started.
Sweet.
So hopefully we will see you back shortly. All right, guys. So we are in Kahndaq. I'm going to change my chat to League just in case anybody is chatty. Since we're recording.
Her death set Black Adam on a deadly rampage that almost leveled the planet. Now Adam is creating.
And you can just repair here at the store. Make sure that you have some colas. It's probably not going to sell the best colas, but you want to have something there before you go in.
I'm going to throw a little bit of healing on everybody as we get started.
I just realized that I need to change my supercharge for this one to Word of Power, so I'm just going to do that real quick. Hopefully it's going to let me start flying here in a second.
Alright, it looks like they've kicked it off here. So I'll let Ninja Andrew give you the quick 1-2 explanation of what's happening here.
I think we can all see the water keepers are going to try and destroy the rock. It says protect. Wants us to protect the rock. You have to destroy the water keepers, and those are the big guys. So you sort of want to ignore, even if you can, some of the smaller guys and just go for the bigger ones as well. You need to sort of have the group splitting up here to have sort of 2 people on each one of these, if you can. So
right.
If you see one person struggling by themselves to take one down, or one enemy that maybe doesn't have anybody on them, you're going to want to make sure that that person has help, or that you're on that enemy as quickly as you can get on them. As well, you want to be playing your role. This means if you are a controller like I am, you're going to be wanting to throw out your power. From the looks of it here, I should just throw my burst power because it looks like the other controller is going to be taking care of power over time, I'm imagining. We'll see how that goes.
And usually you work that out, but sometimes, and you guys probably know this, you ask questions of your teammates and they just don't...
They don't even
either
answer.
Don't see it in the chat or they don't... Whatever reason.
Yeah.
They're not answering you. So then you try to just do the best you can.
You can see here, now the rock has moved to the other side, and it's spawning out another wave of enemies. You once again want to go for the water keepers only as much as possible. Once they're down, you can see these guys know what they're doing. They'll go for the little guys, but they're just waiting for the water keepers to come back up.
Because as you can see, there's a timer over the rock, so you're waiting for that to count down.
Yeah. That's that blue ring over the rock. And the water keepers will try to destroy it by shooting it during that time. You're basically trying to defend it for that amount of time. There's 5 sets of water keepers. The final set is a little bit different, and it's set up because it's in the boss area, but we'll show you that when we get there. So that's the first 2.
And also, because I'm sure you can see that we're passing by the collections, when we're done, we'll come back and cover the green collections, blue collections for this location.
That's right.
And you want to move through this. Don't get caught up kind of in that little courtyard area where it's just...
Too much. You want to keep the momentum up and get into positions so that when they set off the rock, you're ready.
I think the other person's not throwing power over time like they should.
Somebody's a little bit, yeah.
I threw my supercharge.
I see. I have a supercharged coming up here, but like, I think I'm gonna save him for the boss, just with how this is looking. You know?
For sure.
I'm gonna be coaling my way through this as much as possible. I see, like, Lady Corvus, I don't see her power going anywhere there. So I don't know if she's, like, even in this or what's going on. She's the other controller. But hopefully we'll be able to get through regardless. This is an easy raid. We're already above the necessary required level, so...
Okay, and so now it's same as the other, it's just the opposite side.
Like you can see here, there's not many enemies on this other side, because most of them have grouped up on the one side, so it's like, you just want to make sure those water keepers get taken down. Whoa. Whoa, what happened?
We lost 2 people, it looks like.
You know? Such are the ways of DCUO.
And I'm not sure why. I don't know if they disconnected or, I mean, because we're
still burning through all this stuff, so. This will be interesting.
Well, we got a 3rd healer in.
You know? It's how we do up in here. That aqueduct has been sealed and we can now move on. This one will open up the boss fight, essentially. But we still have to defend the rock from the water keepers that spawn here, and there will be more of them. So, I don't know what this guy's plan really is. By setting it off before we're all even there. You know, that's one of the risks you take. Running with pickup groups in the from the watchtower, but just with the way Misty and I play, we don't really have a lot of time to like organize, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All of the social aspects of the game, so it's just like, in a lot of ways, this is easier for us, but we're also used to it. This is nothing new. We've seen it all.
We've seen it all.
You know?
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
This is like our bread and butter, really. As Misty would say, it's about usual, right?
Yeah, how are we doing?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That good, huh?
Okay, so
you can see the water keepers spawn up. I'm gonna throw my supercharge now, actually, and this is so that everybody has enough power to basically spam all of their attacks to just get through this little bit. Because if we can just get to the boss, then we'll be fine, you know? So the easier that it is to just burn all these guys down, the better.
And you can see in this kind of massive crowd of enemies, one minute you're targeting a water keeper and then he's been destroyed and you're on a low level. So always keep an eye on what you're targeting because it's going to change rapidly and you want to stay focused on the water keepers.
And maybe get used to how the targeting works in the game with getting lock targeting on your enemy, Or maybe adjust the settings if you want to make it easier to switch targets just by looking at them. There are options there.
Okay. Now this guy, you want to stay, in my experience, towards the interior and not towards the balcony kind of over there, because he has an attack that will knock you back, and it will knock you over that and down into what I like to call the pit of death.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind.
He has several attacks. This is one that knocks you back, see? And
Yes.
there's somebody there almost got knocked down. Not what you want to have happening.
Sometimes you can get back up, but there are enemies down there, and it's just not pretty.
No, exactly.
Because you
It's like
get grounded.
if you can recover in the air and get right back onto the ground, you're fine. But nah, if you get knocked down there, you're pretty much toast. Alright, I'll pot, because it looks like the other controller is not potting. Potting is power over time, for anybody who didn't know. Woot.
And also, you might want to tell them about controllers overriding each other, and that's why it's important to work out who's doing.
Communicate, yeah.
Yes.
Basically, you only want to have one person throwing power over time. If both throw, then it overrides each other, and they just waste each other's power, which wastes everybody's power. If you have one person throwing the power over time, usually the person who's the strongest controller, that's going to allow you to have the best power for your group. So the off controller, the one that's lower in their vitalization stat, is the one that's just going to throw the burst power, which is this move here. Just keep throwing it over and over. I'm just going to go here. So you've got your gloves, controller belt, which I can need on. Bookshelves. Don't need that. Don't need that. Agree on that. Okay, so that's the loot from the boss. Bosses are always going to drop some better loot, and he gave me a belt, which we'll go through a little bit later, but maybe we'll go through our loot at the end or something.
Sure.
You know? This is one of the reasons why we haven't been spending a lot of our tokens that we've been earning on things like armor and belts, because we're about to basically raid all of the raids for all of the loot drops to boost our armor levels even more. So,
Okay, let me stop you 1 second here.
Sure.
What they did, guys, were there were 4 gears on each side of this kind of little rock area, and you want to hit. You want to hit all 4 of those, and then that triggers the boss. You're going to see that again in just a second.
I think there's only 3. But
3?
Yeah.
Is it 3? Okay.
They each have a torch over top of them here. So, like, there's a little, like, crank that you can see at each of those locations. You have to hit all 3 of those at the same time to unleash the boss.
And you could go down the hallways to get to there, but most people just fly up and over to the next area.
It avoids fighting the lower level mobs that don't really drop anything, and except for minor experience, but like you're gonna end up fighting enemies here anyways, so.
And you can see from the aerial view here. Usually as a healer, I don't get on one of those because I'm throwing healing. Because a lot of times, if you have a group where people aren't exactly sure what to do, you'll get a lot of ads
in this section, and this is a big section for the healer today. You can see our other controller went down. I threw my supercharge, so we're good.
We don't have any pot though.
Yeah, well, you might not, but I do.
That's why you're the controller.
There we go. You can see the bosses drop there really easily. And we're just going to keep going here through all of the ads. Just because if you were to like leave this fight now, most of the team would get wiped after a certain point. So you just want to take care of everything, tie up the loose ends before moving on. Okay.
Our other healer is electricity, it appears.
Do you guys have overriding stuff that you have to worry about too?
I don't know 100% because they've tweaked and, changed so many things along the way.
You know?
I think that maybe galvanize. I don't know if
That's right. I remember that. Okay. These are more switches on this fountain that we have to activate to unleash the next boss, but because there's so many mobs here that get aggroed like right in this little area, it can be a little bit difficult to get 3 people on them unless you take them out, so it's usually pretty easy. There we go.
I'll use this to go into the loot and pass on the massive amounts of ancient vellum that are dropping.
Honestly, yep. Day in the life.
Exactly. Okay, so this is like the last little boss of this area.
That's right.
You want to watch out for, he has like a sandstorm attack.
He's gonna drop essentially the loot for this second area here. The better loot, that is. Best thing to do is to play, like, tank is gonna obviously go in and hold them. Not so much that he's gonna be moving around anywhere, but just hold his aggro so that he's not attacking everybody else. And
Ooh.
yep. Certain other roles probably don't want to get quite in so close as much. This is like a very ranged boss. Like, it's really easy to range him if you have the tank in the middle there. DPS can sometimes run in there, but you can see it sometimes they get wiped by if he turns off the tank. So
We don't have a tank right now.
oh well, that would explain our issue. We have just a bunch of beast DPSs. There we go.
Okay, nice.
There's some healer gear.
The flow from the cursed
Oh, that's
Lazarus
funny.
pit has slowed.
This isn't
Now you must
low-level
enter Black
Kahndaq,
Adam's
is it?
palace and face his madness. He has
I think it
learned
is
from
since the
Faust's
gear's
earlier
blue.
betrayals
That's
and
hilarious.
surrounds himself
Well,
with a
we
cult
didn't
protection.
actually intend to do it as a
Doors will
low-level
not open until
raid,
you
guys,
defeat his
but
gatekeeper.
apparently that's
Place
what
the
they
heart
queued
of
us in
Anubis
for,
in the
so
chalice to summon
I
him.
bet that's why the
Yay.
other 2 people left.
yeah, I bet you're right.
But, I mean, we're just showing you kind of the ropes here.
We can always
Obviously-
do another recording.
I don't even think we need to because we're showing them just, the mechanics of the raid.
That's
It's going
right.
to be a little more difficult on expert, but then you're going to have people that are more powerful in here. I think it's CR 40 to come in here.
Yeah.
So you'll get the gist.
Yep. This is such an easy raid, too.
It's very easy on expert as
Yeah.
well. Yes.
You shall pay for this.
Oh, I know it feels silly. But Misty's right. It's not going to be any different if we were to go and do this on
Blasphemer.
a harder difficulty. The enemies essentially have a little bit more health, and you might actually need a tank to get through that, but like even then maybe not, it's
Right.
really not that difficult.
Oh, we've gotten through
Oh
there.
hell yeah. I think we've gotten through that with like,
Yes.
a prayer and a shoestring before, like, Let's see. I'm just trying to remember back. Was there any instance where we actually two-manned it? I'm trying to think.
Didn't we come in here and 4-man it on our main?
Four-manned it, yeah.
Didn't we shout and have two people specifically so we could foreman it? So yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember, like,
We've
any
never.
of them died during that, or
No. We breezed through that.
you know. Here's a group that you can just sort of spam your attacks on just for fun. Once the guy puts the rock into the holder, wherever he is. Where is he? Ah, he's taking his time. Well, the group sort of left him, just hanging by himself.
I think you guys must be overriding your powers. I don't know.
There's something going on. Also, like, okay, my armor is like mostly DPS armor and mostly not any specific tiered armor. I'm in tier 1 mostly. And some iconics. And some boosted gear. CR54. Heyo.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, sweet death, give me your strength. Let the very sands of the Kahndaq Desert show your power.
So this is the gatekeeper. You want to destroy him as quickly as possible during this stage. Throwing supercharges is not a bad idea if it's going to keep everybody just burning him down. He will go into a secondary phase right
Rise,
now.
minions!
And I'm gonna die.
Uh-oh, where are you?
No, I'm here.
Everybody's kind of all...
We sort of split up, it looks like. I'm over here with
I see you.
Madame Liberty. Yeah. Basically, you want to destroy his minions and close the gates. There's 4 gates. You can see them on the map. And there's pathways that connect them, so it should be fairly easy to figure out where they're at. Once again, reserving supercharges for the boss. Even here, I'm probably not going to use the supercharge to get through him on this last part here, because I'll save it for the final fight.
Yes, which we're rapidly approaching.
Yes.
This is a very quick raid.
It's how we roll. Even with pug groups that fall apart. Boom.
Oh, sweet death, give me your strength. Let the very sands of the
Hopefully
Kahndaq
we
Desert
can
show
burn him
your
down and
power.
not have to go through that cycle one more time.
I think there'll be enough DPS on him in that time.
Looks like it.
They were burning him real fast, yeah.
An expert, you might have to go through that a couple of cycles.
That's right.
So just a FYI on that, you know?
So this is the final boss area. You sort of want to wait for the team before heading too far in. I like to just sort of wait on this line. You can see that solid black line splitting the bricks up here behind us, the like lady was standing on. That's where the gate's going to come down, so as long as you're standing in front of that, you should be fine. It's a 4-stage boss battle. And do you want to explain who we're going up against here?
Oh, Lord help us. Well, you're going to start out. This is kind of a collaboration between Black Adam and Faust is dabbling his mischievous hands in affairs yet again.
He's touching me.
Well, I don't know about that affair, but nor do I wish to. But he's always promising Black Adam, like, "Oh, I'll bring back Isis so you can, continue this epic love affair, or whatever." And Black Adam just can't get over it and move on and realize that, it's too late. She's dead. Whatever. So
Here we go.
here goes Black Adam. You can see there's Zatanna, there's Dr. Fate. When they pan the camera around, you're going to see Giganta. And we can't see from that angle. Was it Blood? Bleh.
Brother Blood right
Brother
here.
Blood is right there.
You can see we've got Black Adam. We just want to work him down a little bit. He will do a move there called Shazam, where you want to block.
Unlike I did. And so then you can see he's absorbing the powers
from
Faust
the different
is,
heroes.
and he's passing
And
them
villains.
on to, or infusing Black Adam with them. You want to watch out for, you see these, I like to call them the
Floating
electric
balls of death.
balls of death.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to stay away from those. As we can see here, somebody's already
He
dust.
can sometimes throw out 2 cycles of those in a row and make a complete circle around him, or make 2 semicircles in front of him, or at different levels going in different directions. So you just always want to be careful. Ooh. And during this phase, you just want to basically keep moving. He's going to be shocking the whole area with like an area of effect attack that just hits everything, and it'll sort of follow you around.
He's Shazamming.
Yeah, blocking him. Anytime you hear him say Shazam, that's your cue to block.
And also, just keep an eye on his health. When when his health gets down extremely low, it's going to be a very short period of time before he does the Shazam attack.
So we're fighting him here as Dr. Fate, I believe. And for this section of the fight, I'm having trouble seeing them actually, but he has 4 Onks. They're kind of like floating. I don't see them. This is weird. Yay,
Maybe
Glitch
they're
Town.
not in the baby raid. Maybe they're in the expert.
Well, like, I see their effects on people, but I don't see them.
Well, then that may just be DC.
Yeah.
Okay, Shazamming again. I'm in the middle of throwing my triangle attack, so I can't block.
We could do another version of this at some point on the hard one. It's not that difficult.
I don't think it's necessary, but we'll argue about that another time.
Hey. Leave it in the comments below. You side with Ninja Misty or Ninja Andrew?
That's right.
I personally vote with Ninja Misty, but
On this, you just want to watch out for Brother Blood's minions, because sometimes they can aggro on you and do some decent damage.
you know, but basically, like, the strategy for Brother Blood, very easy. Just keep working on him. Giganta, probably the strongest enemy that you're gonna have to deal with. Just keep your range, block when you see him face you.
Yes, because he's going to do a slap attack, and he's going to do like a jumping stomp. If you hear him yelling that he's going to cleave you in 2, you want to get out of the way.
Yeah, that'll probably drop you for like half of your health, and then like, oh, here we go. Yep. Want to get out of that. That's all you're trying to do. Just keep your distance.
I'm going to throw my supercharge.
You throw that, I'm gonna grab some colas, even though I totally shouldn't be doing this in battle, but hey, that's what colas are for, man.
You can see there he said that I'm going to cleave you in 2, and then he like jumps and does a ground slap.
He's got a couple of those different jumping around, yeah. Want to watch out for all of those. But like, this is his last form, and we're gonna beat him. I don't even need to use the supercharge here. Boom.
Beat.
Orders have been tainted. The spell's corrupted. Black Adam, hear me. This is no treachery.
And once the loot passes out, then we'll go back and go through the collections.
That's right.
That I shall destroy you slowly. Come, my beloved. Let the dead destroy the living. Come with me.
All right.
So they should want to go around and
I'd say my work here is
activate. Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna skip that movie.
Nice. Here we go.
Boom. That's how we roll. Alright, so do you want to go and do these collections?
Yes.
Do 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 do.
Commander, this
Nice.
charred piece of stone is
Yeah.
from the final fight of the war. His power stripped and reverted to 10th Adam. Commander, are you there?
Even after all the harm he has done.
Just also
I
looking
pity
for yellows,
Adam.
but we're gonna
Instead
head
of
back
regaining
out the way
wife
we
he
came.
loved, he has created a monster. We must be ready to face Black Adam's rage when once again the world stands against him.
Let me get rid
For
of my
now, you
drone
have
because I don't
destroyed the
need it.
tainted Lazarus pit.
And where is it?
There's the blue one that's over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna come and grab that in a second. There's a green one down.
This relic is
Okay,
from
and
the
then also
aftermath
there's the
of
blue
The
one.
blue on
Adam's
the other
attack
side,
on the
yeah.
marbles
Well, there's the
at
blue
Giza.
here as well.
Commander,
Okay.
can you
This is Wonder Woman. Black Adam's hate and pain corrupt all around him, so he knows no allies. Oh,
Amanda Waller to all agents in or near Kahndaq. Black magic is rising in the capital city of Sharuta. The dead are walking.
Okay, this one,
and
just
they
so you have
are
your
pissed.
bearings.
Felix Faust's necromancy
This is where they
clearly
brought the
involved,
rock
as well as
down.
some sort of faux
That door you
Lazarus
see
pit
straight
wall that
ahead of
they've got
me,
in the
up to
city.
the left, is where we went in to fight Black Adam.
This is Vicky Vale with JLA
So
Watch.
you're going to just
Captain
basically
Marvel
go
is
straight down
often
this
compared to
area
Superman
and over to
due
the
his
left.
strength, speed, and flight. But
Kind of up in this
Cap,
little
as
cubby
he's
hole.
called, gains his powers from a magical source and can summon lightning with a word. Although his longtime nemesis, Black Adam,
Let's actually go
joined
this
and
way
then
next.
left the Justice Society, Cap himself never gives up hope.
And you can
for the
see you're
power
going
of
straight
Shazam.
across.
Grab that. And this one here that we're grabbing, if you go through this doorway here,
This is Lois Lane for Daily Planet Live on the crisis.
this is
brewing
where
in
we
the Middle
came
Eastern
into the
country of
area
Kahndaq.
from. So it's just
Black Adam,
up to
ruler
the
of
left
Kahndaq,
instead of going to
launched
the
what is
right.
now called World War
I'm gonna
III
grab this
when his
green one
wife,
while we're
Isis,
here.
was killed by
Yeah.
assassins.
Which you're
The
probably going to
country
grab the
and
green ones
neighboring
as you're
Gallia
going through.
have never recovered.
But if you're doing everything at the end,
I think this
it'll
is
give you an
relic from the
idea.
Tower
And now
of
this is
Giza.
this is where we
Suffered
plugged the
Black Adam's
aqueduct.
rage.
That's right.
And this one, I mean, you couldn't miss it. It's blazing right there in front of you.
You know, you're gonna want to take care of these guys up here before you go and try to take it. Just because they'll be shooting you. And it's some loot. Loot.
Yay, some voodoo
found one of the
boots.
few
Because
remaining
I
Honestly.
don't have any of those.
No, man, seriously.
Incinerated.
Alright, so this is... You're coming back out to the area where you had to activate on the gears.
I'm also just looking around for some of the yellow collections while we're here.
For sure.
Even though I'm not seeing any. Okay. There's another green one down here. Oop. Right into that post. Oh.
That's right. Oh.
I'm getting pulled around. Yeah, man.
Alright, I'm gonna grab this one and then I'll see if I can get the aggro.
He'll be alright.
Alright, so that one's gonna complete your green collection.
Commander, this flyer appears to be offering Black Adam to the highest bidder on Oolong Island. Starting price $100 million.
And then there's one more for the blue. Are you fighting him?
I like fighting. This guy's like a little bit tougher than the rest. There you go. Alright, so the blue one?
I think that'll do it.
Okay.
Alright, so you can see this is a little overhang. This is the area that we actually...
Didn't really go to. It's in the middle of sort of like the...
Like here...
The things you have to plug are over there.
Yes. And so you're just gonna... If you fly up high enough and just fly down the corridor, you'll see it sticking off, jutting out, rather.
On that little platform. And there you
This
go.
is Vicky Vale with the
And there's a
JLA
yellow
Watch.
one over
On
here.
one-time Justice Society member Black Adam. Black Adam has a long and troubled relationship with the power of Shazam, which gave him the powers of the ancient Egyptian gods and the ability to summon lightning. Despite the actions of this troubled anti-hero, the Justice Society continues to hope for his return to the heroic fold.
Just really quickly, guys, like yellow ones, there's one that spawns back in this area behind the spawn here. A lot of the time they'll spawn in these sort of little stands up on top of the rooftops. You can see here's one. I'll wait for you.
For sure, I see it.
Yeah. And then, like, if you keep flying around, usually the treasure chest will also be up in one of these.
It's right here.
Nice. Woot! Oh my god, there's something in it.
Treasure. Or...
A tank? No. Some DPS
Yay.
gauntlets. There you go. And I just also, like you can just fly around. Did you find another one there?
No.
No, okay.
I was going to look over here, and sometimes by the gates where you go in to fight Black Adam up top, sometimes they'll spawn up there as well.
That's right. I just wanted to show one more spot on the map, which is up over here. This is just for everybody else out there who watches our channel, who likes knowing where stuff is. This is another little stand that's out here, sort of closer to where we go to fight Black Adam. It's just off to the side. And in here you'll also find the treasure chest sometimes as well. So just, if you're looking for it between those stands on top of the buildings and that one there, you should most times be able to find the treasure chest. And if everybody's left the group...
Alright, see there?
Yeah.
Black Adam, and you can see it right across there. So...
There you go.
You can see me try to stand up and fall off.
Alright guys, so that's Kahndaq on the normal mode or easy mode. Maybe we'll do another one if you bug us enough. But that should give you enough of an idea of what you're looking at when you come in here. Misty's like, no, please, no. But we will catch you again next time for some more dorky adventures.
Like, subscribe, send us comments, questions, suggestions, and we'll be back with our next raid, which is going to be Outer, I believe.
The Outer Batcave. So
Oh my goodness.
more fun to look forward to.
Absolutely. So join us for more epic adventures with Dork Ninja Gaming. Bye.
Woot.